Hi, Genki Call here, and it's Vault Weekend. That means increased chances for gnomes, and for every certain number of gnomes you find, you'll get a vault key. So, the secret to being successful on Vault Weekend is to do explores as quickly as possible, because the more battles you do, the more chances you have to find gnomes. So, I have 7 teams for you that I'm going to share, and I have to say, on the first 2, that is not the right one. Let me scroll down here. On the first 2 teams I'm going to show you, they have to be done at level 1 or they won't work. You should be able to do them no matter what level you are in the game. If you have the troops, you should be able to use these teams. Mirage is a good option, but I need some traitstones from Gnomes, so I'm going to try it out here. So, the first team is Greed. The second team is Dust Devil. The third teammate is Ironhawk, as is the fourth. The way this team works is you cast with Greed because he's empowered. You immediately get another turn, and then you cast with the Dust Devil. Now, the reason this works out as quickly as it does is because every spell you cast does 5 damage to all enemies. So I cast 2 spells, that's automatically 10 hit points I'm going to take off, and then the Dust Devil does an additional 5, so that's 15. So as long as your level 1 enemies are 15 hit points or lower total, then you'll just cream your enemies. It is the fastest Explorer team in existence at the moment. This team came from Tacit, I have to say. And let's go. So we cast here, or we cast here, and they're gone. That's it. It's so fast. Now, the downside to this particular team is you cannot take your hero with you. And that means you're not getting any class experience for this. You're getting gold, which is great. You're getting more chances at gnomes, which is also great, but no class experience. So be aware of that. You'll still get XP to go up levels, but not for your classes. And this is so fast. Oh my goodness. So the next team that I'm going to share is very similar. So if you have if you only have one Ironhawk, there is a way to do this and take your hero with you. I got the team from a YouTuber named Catalin, and I'm really grateful because I hate running. Woohoo! My first gnome today. I really hate doing battles without getting class experience because I don't have all of my classes leveled yet. So 5,000 souls, best you can get. Okay, level 1 yet again. However, we're going to go to Sin of Maraj because this is where we've got the low level enemies that I need. I did just fine in Gnomes with the other team. This one depends on the let me show you here. Manage paste. Here is the team. It's just a little different. It's the same team, only you have your hero in here. Now, the reason this works is because of the class. If you have a class that causes burn and bleed, like this one does, it takes out those enemies, and I'll show you. So we've got burn and bleed with this, see this? With this team. And so, Catalin, thank you so much for this team. I'm so glad to be able to use it. It's almost as fast as Tacit's team, which is super cool. So let me show you how this works. We cast there, we cast here. And actually that just took them out, period. I didn't even have to wait for bleed or burn. That's cool. Once again, your hero level does not matter on this. It should just take them out, period. I'm a little surprised right now. So I was running this earlier and I was needing that big bleed and burn to take out the enemies, but I'm just one-shotting everyone. Woohoo! Another gnome! Okay. There we go. There we go. That one was taken out by either bleed or burn. You saw there was just a little bit of hesitancy there. and that was either bleed or burn, destroying that enemy. Alright, we do this, and we do this, and there goes that bleed or burn that took that guy out. Awesome! Okay, we'll do the mini-boss battle, and then we'll move on to the next team. Everybody should be able to use the next team, as long as they're another gnome. Oh, I'm so glad to see the gnomes. I was in PvP for a while, and I wasn't getting any. I just didn't find a single one, nor on the adventure board, and I usually do. I got another 5,000 souls. And look, I went up a level 2. How nice. Level up. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so for this next team, I'm going to change the difficulty for me because of my level. I am going to do difficulty 3. The secret with these teams, except for the first 2 teams I showed you, you just need to pick whatever level is going to work best for you. So depending on your level, you may only be able to do this at level 1, you may be able to do it at level 2, you may be able to do it at level 4, but I'm going to stick with 3, and here is what is going to help you. You need to change these medals up here to Medals of Gaard, and the reason why is this boosts plus 8 armor for all troops, and that stacks, so that's an extra 24 armor. And the reason that matters, and I'm going back to Gulbania because I really want those traitstones. So we're going to go difficulty 3 here. And then I'm going to switch out to my Rowanne team. Now, I believe I put Archer on the team code for this. Archer, Orb Weaver, Shaman, all 3 of them have the Nature's Aura Leaf Storm at the start. And that makes things quicker because you blow off Leprechaun, you get a bunch of green coming down, you fill up Rowanne, and that's it. But going back to the Medals of Gaard, the reason why that's important is because deal scatter damage boosted by my armor, and so I've got that extra 24 armor on here, and that makes a huge difference. That's why I could actually probably do this at level 4, but I'm just going to stick with level 3. And also I am going to change the class and see the Maraji Queen. She gives elementals 50% starting mana, so because she's already going to have half of her mana when she starts because of the Maraji Queen, I'm going to try this without the Leaf Storm, and I'm going to switch this to Dervish because I really need to level that. I'm going to do that. And so let's get in here and I'll show you how this team works. Alright, see, she's already got half her mana. We blow this off. Kapow! And then we blow this. Boom. Done. Very fast. Not as fast as Tacit's team, but you can do variations on this as long as you're not blocking Rowanne's blue and green mana here. You can put any weapon you want in here. I figure everyone's got Mountain Crusher. Everyone should have Rowanne. As long as they finish Forest of Thorns, they will have Rowanne. But if you don't have the Maraji Queen yet, you can use 2 Leprechauns instead. And then, you know, it takes just a little bit longer, but not too much. And also you can see, oh well, no, the 50% mana start. But if you have 2 Leprechauns, you just blow them off back to back and then cast with Rowanne. Okay. I hear a gnome. We've got a treasure gnome. Now, we do have a chance of these treasure gnomes, any of these gnomes that we run into, giving us a vault key. We could even get an epic vault key, which would be epic. Okay, so enough of the puns. Let's finish with this team, and I will show you the next team. I do love quick explores. This is a great way to level your classes. It's a great way to level your hero, and it's great for finding gnomes on gnome weekends, the vault weekends, and it's just really handy. I just love these quick explore teams. Now, because you can finish these so quickly, that is why you only get 1 experience for an explorer instead of the usual 2. So I need to change the difficulty now for this next team. I'm going to try difficulty 2. I think this will work. And we are going to do this one. So, Steel Mountain Crusher, Queen Beatrix, King Silenus, and Leprechaun. Again, we've got a class that will give us the Nature's Aura. We will need it with this team, probably. The reason why King Silenus is here is because he gives all wild folk 50% starting mana. Of course, Leprechaun will blow off, and then fill up Queen Bee. You cast with her, and it should be done. Why does that say Rowanne? Oh, I pasted this on the wrong place. That's okay. I'll replace it later. Put my old one back. All right. Let's go ahead and fight these guys. I switched to level 2. Yes, I believe I did. Okie dokie. Queen Bee's all filled up. That's it for this team. So, I have a variation on this team for those that don't have Queen Beatrix. And I will show you that after this battle. Yay, gnome! Okay. Oh, I love Queen Bee. Alright, but if you have not been lucky enough to get Queen Bee yet, I'm going to show you another team that you can do with the same premise as this one. I'm going to switch to my other slot and replace that one later. I'm going to put this here. Alright. Paste team. Same premise, but instead of Queen Bee, if you have Luna from the Warrens down in the underworld, you can use her instead. And I think that was also, yes, also difficulty 2. So, let's go for this. Again, adjust the difficulty to whatever level you're able to one-shot the enemies with. Do that, and Luna takes them out. Just as good as Queen Bee. So, any wild folk that does scatter damage or damage to all enemies should work with this team in place of Luna or Queen Bee. These are just the 2 that I tested out. And then we've got, let's finish this off and I'll show you the next team. Luna is a lot of fun to use, I've got to say. And she is a little bit like the Possessed King, where she blows up a random gem, one random gem, unfortunately just one, when you match yellow, which is a lot of fun. So, this next team you may have seen, I just changed to difficulty 5, and that is because I am going to be using Phoenicia. Phoenicia does double damage if there is a firestorm, so if you're using Sun Spear, you have a constant storm. Even if the other team changes it, it'll change right back to Firestorm when you are using Sun Spear. So I use Mountain Crusher in here. For higher level delves, you might, or not delves, my bad, explorers, you might want to use some kind of, I always forget the name of the darn thing, the sword that creates lots of red gems, that's brown and yellow mana, but I don't want to block her mana here. This is just as good. Maraji Queen makes her start with, she's an elemental, makes her start with 50% mana, and then Leprechaun of course blows things up, and this I can do a level 5 on, but I have to change my medals first. So I have 2 medals of Nisha, and that will allow me to do level 5 explorers really fast. And you may have seen me use this team before. I think ultimately this team came from Tacit as well. I got it from my brother, and I think he got it from Tacit. Love it! This team is the reason I crafted Phoenicia. It was not that long ago, but I have been very happy with my decision to craft her and use my 4,000 diamonds. because it's just so fun doing this. It's so nice to be able to get in here and just blow through things. We're getting the gnomes! Yay! Alright, we're gonna do this. Couple more battles here, and then I have one more team I'm going to show you. Now, all of these teams I've shown you have been pretty mindless. You blow off Leprechaun, you cast, and it's done. This next team I'm going to show you, you have to think a little bit. But I still like it. It's a really handy team. Before I got Phoenicia, I used it on my daily adventure board and my dungeon every day. I like having a team to take in there where I don't have to change the team depending on the higher level ones, because sometimes you might want to use... Oh, okay, we've got a boss battle. I forgot to mention that. So, as you're going through and you're doing your explorers, you're getting these myth stones, and when you get close to 100, you might want to switch to a level 10 or 12 difficulty to get the mythic boss battle, because you have a better chance of getting tokens of Nisha. But I'm not worried about that right now. I need more Medals of Gaard anyway, so I'm just going to not worry about that this weekend and just work on getting as many gnomes as I can. Ingots. I don't need ingots, but I do need these arcanes that I just got. Yes. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is, I'll need to do on difficulty 3. There we go. And I believe I already have that set up because I like using this team, even though I don't use it as much anymore. I call it my Frosties. So we've got the Orb of Winter, which is the class weapon for Frost Mage. And I believe it enchants itself too. Let's see. Orb of Winter, upgrades, magic, life, magic, frozen. Yep, it enchants itself, which is super handy. Then we have Queen Mab, who mana burns, and there are enemies that are immune to mana burn, but if you make sure that you have 13 or more blue gems, it's free turn. So it doesn't matter on that. And then she freezes a random enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches, and the reason that's important is because the Orb of Winter is boosted by frozen enemies, so it does more damage, an extra 5 damage for each frozen enemy, and that can really add up. Then we've got 2 mana converters. We've got the Daughter of Ice, who changes red to blue, and she starts with full mana. And then we have the Drowned Sailor, who also starts with full mana and converts yellow to blue. So this is a fun team for me. I've been using it for a very long time. And look at how beautiful this is. Watch this. Ah, isn't it lovely? We don't have over 12 blue gems, so I'm not going to cast with Mab. I'm just going to finish them off. So I could probably do a level 4 on this, but just filling up the Orb of Winter and casting, that is going to be faster than worrying about using Queen Mab, so doing this at even lower level could be good if you really want to get through these quickly. So we're just going to work on getting things done quickly here. I'm one-shotting them with the Orb of Winter, so there's no reason to worry about tactics. I can just look for the match 4, hit the button for whichever mana converter it will work with. I don't always get an opportunity, but so we're just going to do that. The Daughter of Ice actually starts an ice storm too, which is nice. I use this team. What am I using here? Oh, I'm using Frost Mage. Okay. Usually I use this team for whatever, just whatever class I need to level. So, there we go. And we'll do this. Okay, we're gonna do red here. Wahaha. I'll just show you how this works. Oh, nope, can't. We don't have 12 or 13, so. Okay, mini boss, and that is going to be it for all of the teams I wanted to share with you. I might start another video immediately after this one, just hunting for gnomes and that little journey to get lots of vault keys. I don't know if anybody's actually going to care about that, but you know, if it looks interesting, I'll share it, and if it doesn't, then I just won't upload it. Alright, that is it. That is everything. Let's see how many gnome keys we got, or sorry, gnomes we found. We'll go to games. So I found 5 already. I'm up to the 10, so that means I hit 7 while we were talking. Rather, while I was talking my monologue here. So that's cool, and that means that in my mail here, I will have my first gnome key. So I'm going to go ahead and claim that. Doop. Got a vault key, and later on this weekend, I will open up some of my gnome vaults. That should be fun. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found these teams helpful. You all have fun hunting gnomes, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.